All right, let's see if we can do a video on replacing the the driver's side transmission mount. I've replaced this once before. This is an anchor mount. I don't know if that's, there we go. It doesn't look good. I think it's already bad. So I'm gonna try to do a video on this because last time I replaced just the top, and I bought a Toyota part this time, and it comes with the whole shebang. So the part I had before, the anchor part I did, was just this top part right here, the bit that's wiggly. And this is a Toyota part, and it comes with this whole thing. I was thinking about just taking the top off and just replacing that because that seems easier. But there is some rubber down here. I mean, it doesn't look like actual bushing material, but it's stuff that sits on things. So I think I'm gonna try to replace the whole thing. And there's not a video on this, so I'm gonna try to figure it out and we'll see how it goes. But I have done it before, so I will say that some of it's easy. You just take off the whole wiper cowl. That gives you easier access to the, I don't see it right now, but there's a bolt back here. It gives you much easier access to that. And then, I don't remember where they are, but looks like one is under here. But anyway, so I think I need to take up this entire, I don't know what to call that. But anyway, this plastic piece, and then the whole idea is to just disconnect the converter and just from the body, and then lift it up a bit. Okay, so this is one of the converter bolts to take off. Here's the other one, and I still can't view the other one. I don't know why I'm trying, so I'll let's take off the cowl. These are both 14s. I think this is a 14 too. Pop your wipers off. Try not to lose things. Let's see, I'm doing this from memory. That's right. So there's more body panel clips. There's one here. It's on the passenger side. And then I think there's one more over here. Yep, on the driver's side. Keep it nice with all your leaves. Okay, and then these look like 10s. They're definitely not 14s. All right, that might be all of them. Looks like all of them. Then I gotta disconnect there. Now that whole thing lifts off. The only thing I will say, because I've screwed this up before, is when this is super easy to do, to take all this out, but just be careful on your windshield here. You can, I don't know if you can see that with the camera, but I cracked a little bit there. So just, be careful. Try to avoid just touching it, period. Anyway, a bunch more 10s. I missed one. Did I get all of them? Nope, missed another one. Okay. So then, I should have done this earlier, but you also want to pop this like relay box off. Whole thing connects over there. So more 10s. Don't like, you know, drop them in your engine or nothing. But super easy. These just, at least for me, these clips just pop right out. Probably because it's all real old. That one popped off. So there's the whole thing off, that tray. Wiper tray, I guess I would call that. Anyway, so there it is. That right down there, the one looking straight up at us, is the other one that we want to pop off. So I will say I have disconnected the 12-volt battery and also taken the service plug out on the high voltage. I don't know if you need to do all that, but better safe than sorry. I think these are a 12. Yes, these are 12s. So pop these out. Maybe I did these too tight last time. I don't know. It wasn't that bad. Doesn't feel like it was that tight. Okay, I think that's loose. I got a magnet over here somewhere. Okay, so there's that one. That's what we took out. Took out this one. It's right next to the headlight. And then that one. Those are the ones we're taking out. The whole converter moves quite a bit. So don't go too crazy with it. I'm sure you can screw it up. I didn't last time I did it, but I'm sure you can screw it up. So all we're trying to do is get this up enough so that we can get a little bit of access to that mount right there. Okay, I'm gonna see how much I can do of this one-handed. But so the idea here is to get this up. I'm gonna move this little 2x4. I only got little ones. I don't know where all my good pieces went. Probably cut them up. So there's one. You see how much space we've got there? That's an improvement. So just place another one there. So there we've got two. Got even more space. What I don't know, so this is the part I didn't know anything about, and I'm exploring. So right there, flashlight's touching it. Right there, it's another bolt. That is holding on the base of the mount, the part that comes with the with the Toyota part. There's this one right here. You can see it beneath that leaf bit. Love the honey locust. So there's there. There's the other one right there. So I at least need to take out those three. And nobody else has done this. There's nothing in all data on this. Okay, so this is how it's oriented, right? Here's the front of the car. That's the driver's side. So there's these two that disconnects this top bit. There's this one that connects that through bit. There's a stud or bolt or whatever that comes up through there. That's what's actually coming from the transmission. And then what's definitely connected to the body is this one here, and definitely this one here, and definitely, I don't know which one, but this one or this one, I don't know which one, we'll find out. One of those two. And I'm hoping that this one back here doesn't have anything in it. But I don't know. I'm just hoping, because then I think that will be easier to work with. But we'll see. So, okay. So this is a 14. I just put a regular box wrench on it, a combination wrench. It was a lot of work to get it loosened. Props to the last idiot who put it on, which was me. Anyway, so nothing super complicated on the tool front. We got another 14 over here to do. The other thing, since I'm disconnecting the base, you'll see there's a little hole right there, right where my finger is. It's just another body clip doohickey. That's for this coolant hose, I think. And then I just disconnected it over there. I'll take it out. I'll take the whole thing out. So 14, 14, 14, 14. And this feels like a 14 too. And we'll see if I can get those. Should have mentioned before, jack up your transmission or support it. I'm just using my floor jack. I put a block of wood in between there. So there's the torque strut mount. I just did it a little bit over closer to the driver's side from there. And so that's just enough to support it. Show this real quick. So got that one off. I popped this one off. Super easy. This one I'm doing right now. I've just got a couple wobble extensions. You don't have to, I think you could probably do it straight up and down, but I don't know, wobble extensions make it pretty easy for me. And could I be using my impact? Yeah. I'm not, but anyway. So there's that. These pop out real easily. The answer is always more blocks of wood. Note that you can shove some more under here. I'll pry it up a little bit more. So, got that back one off now. It really does take forever. I must have put thread locker on it or something. I couldn't do none of it by hand. So I've got a deep well on here for now. This is a 17. A deep well is kind of what you got to start with, but then I think kind of got to switch it over because you're going to run out of vertical room here. There's not a ton of room between the converter and that thing. I kind of went back and forth a lot between my ratchet, doing these. I went back and forth doing my ratchet and doing the deep well and then the regular one. Did the box wrench a couple times. Like it's kind of whatever tool makes sense for the exact moment that you're doing it. All right, so I got the 17 out. It was just like I said, started with the deep well, had to switch over to the regular socket. You know, I got this bendy ratchet that made things a little bit easier. I think you could do it with a regular ratchet, but I don't know, that's what made it easier for me. So I think at least the last one I know about at this point of the video is this 14 mil right here. Oh, what? That was not even finger tight. That was immediately loose. What in the hell? Is that why no, that couldn't be why it was making noise. Because there's enough here to hold it in place. But still, I don't like that. Like, I'm pulling this entirely out by hand. Oh no. Oh no. So, this bumps up against the transmission here. You can see that. I don't think I actually have the threads all the way backed out. Like, I don't think I have them fully disengaged. So, oh, hey, look, I can look this way. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's another bolt I have to worry about there. It's just this one. So that's the easy part. That's this piece. It's like this side. This is the driver's side. That's the front. Mine was pretty smashed down. I don't really like it. You can see it's got a bunch of schmoo there or something. I don't like it. So, and it's pretty torn up right there. I don't really like how that looks. So, I'm at least gonna replace this top part. Let's see if I can get the bottom part out. All right, right there. See that bolt right in the middle there? That's connecting to the base of the transmission mount. Okay, so I got that out. It's right back there. So just a bolt. It's 12 mil. Easiest thing for me was got one of these ratcheting wrenches. Made it super handy. So now I can wiggle jiggle this a lot freer now. See how much it moves. Still got this damn thing in the way. And as I said, the threads are in there. So, or maybe if I, no, jacking up is not, oh, how about if I go down? Going down real gently. I think I just cleared it. Okay. So let's try that again. Oh yeah, there we go. So I just brought the floor jack down a little bit. Okay, so now that's completely loose. I think I gotta get it past something over there. I also gotta get it over that long stud coming off the bracket. Boy, come on. We're so close. We're so close. I just finagled it past. Did I? No. No, I'm still stuck. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think I had the coolant hose stuck on the stud or bolt back there. If I can figure it out. There we go. Oh boy. All right. So, in summary, I'll put some of this back together, show some of that too. So, in summary, this goes on like this. The things that, at least on mine, I think somebody's done transmission work on mine, so I wouldn't be surprised if mine was missing some, like, yeah, look. That looks a lot like it had a bolt head there at some point, doesn't it? But I don't have one now. I'm not gonna worry about it. But like, and so does this one. That's the one I removed. And this one doesn't look like it ever had one. Okay, so here's what I had. Front of the car, driver's side. This is attached to the body. This is attached to the body. This is attached to the body. This is attached to some bracket. I don't know what it's for, but underneath the converter. This just attaches the mount top to the mount bottom. Same with this. That's all that's for. And this is where the big long stud goes through to connect the transmission. There's a transmission mount bracket. That one right there. That transmission mount bracket is on here, and that's a 17 mil on there. So that's the story. Like I said, I think mine was missing a bolt back here that I plan to leave, but I don't know. That's the part from Toyota. Comes with the whole thing. Here's whatever. This is the part that I bought before. I'm not happy with that one. This is maybe the original part, and all it is some rubber underneath here attached there. So in summary, I'd say unless you look at this rubber piece and it looks really bad or non-existent, you know, maybe the way I'd look at it is from underneath, like here, from the front of the car. Unless it looks really warped or, you know, really torn to shreds or something, that looks fine. Don't bother replacing the bottom. It's probably not worth it. Is this one less rusty? Yeah. Was it worth taking that out? No, probably not. But, you know, I did discover whoever touched it last, and it wasn't me. I promise, I only did the top last time. Whoever touched it last left this completely loose. But, so there's that. I'll probably do a summary of torque specs and stuff at the end. But installation is the reverse of removal. Okay, so I was able to connect all the main bits. So there's that front one, there, and then that one way back there. That one was probably the hardest one to get on. It was really tricky to line all this stuff up. Another person probably would have been helpful. The problem is that the bottom of this bracket wants to sit on the mount bracket that's attached to the transmission. So you really need to move the transmission forward and backward in order to get these bolts in the right place. What I ended up doing, I am not saying this is the right way, but it's what worked for me. I stuck a jack stand right next to the torque strut so that at least I had something to support it when I took the jack off. I took the jack off and I just moved it back and forth a couple times. Originally I had it mounting towards the back there, or I had it jacking towards the back. I did it towards the front, moved it towards the middle a little bit. I kind of just went back and forth until I found the right spot where, once I jacked it up a bit, everything lined up. So now that I've got everything lined up, I'm not going to touch that back one again. I'm just going to leave it. I got it tight enough. But these other three, I'm going to pop them off one by one, put some blue thread locker on them. I cannot find a torque spec on them, so they weren't that tight. So I'm just going to make them, I don't know, good and tight. I don't have a torque spec. I'm going to make them as tight as I feel like they should be. So, and then like I said, with some thread locker. And then I'll come back and talk about getting this on, but I bet it's going to be a lot of the same finagling. So I think just the last things to note, one, don't bother replacing this bottom piece, the like sub-assembly or whatever you want to call it. I think that's what they call it, is the insulator sub-assembly. I just, like, I can't imagine that it's that complicated of a part, and that, like, the old rubber on my old one looks totally fine. So one, just don't bother. But two, so there's no torque specs that I can find except for just this center 17 millimeter. That one says 59 foot-pounds. So all I did for all these is I put some blue thread locker on them, and I tightened them down pretty tight. I don't really know how to explain it other than that. So I wasn't gonna get a torque wrench in here. There's probably some way to do it, but I didn't think it was that important. I just guessed at 59 foot-pounds, and I bet it's close enough. So, like I said, I put thread locker on everything. I did it even on this one. Am I supposed to? I don't know. Probably not. But I don't know. It just makes me feel a little better, sleep a little better at night. But yeah, that's how you do it. And like I said, installation is a reversal removal. So I think you just pop this back down, you know, very carefully. You know, you get it. But pop these back down and reconnect the things. You know, they go here. You know, and reconnect everything else up there. You saw me remove it. It's pretty easy to do. Not that difficult to figure out. So that's how you do it. And just do the main mount part. Don't worry about the bottom unless it looks terrible. But that's what to do.